What's up, YouTube? This is Bystander X79. Guys, we are a month away from the OTS launch date of the Structured X Spirit Charmers. And I can tell you right now, there's a lot of hype around this deck. Konami just posted the set list on their official site, so we're going to head over there. Right now it's saying 42 cards. To be very honest, I counted up all the cards in the thing. We're getting 41, so they probably did change that a little bit. Not a big deal. I went through this deck, and the deck feels very, very consistent, especially with a lot of the new stuff they added in. So, without further ado, we're going to jump right in. Of course, the card release date is supposed to be the 23rd. I doubt they're going to add one more card into it. If they do, that's cool. If they don't, not going to worry about it. So I'm going to go right through this. We got the Earth, Water, Fire, and Wind Charmers. Very awesome cards, all with flip effects. We have their Awakening Possessed counterparts. We have Nefarious, Archfiend of Greater Inari Fire, and of course we have the Archfiend, Eater, Nefarious, Jigabite, and Inari Fire, and Ranrio. We got some of the Fairy Tale monsters getting reprinted in here. We got Witchcrafter Golem. This is going to act as the boss monster for the deck. Dark Dorito, all Earth, Wind, and Fire, Wind monsters you control gain 200 attacks. So it's another power boost. On top of the continuous spell they already have, which is actually very good. Which is a Black Forest to help you search because, hey, let's just face it, add 1500 or less defense monster from your deck to your hand, but you can't activate its effects. Effect Veiler, awesome hand trap reprint. Denko Seka, I think it was about time we saw this in one of the Structured decks coming out, which is great reprint right there. Getting this common. We got the Field Spell. Okay, the Field Spell kind of reminds me of the Secret Sanctuary of the Spellcasters, where it basically negates the first effect that resolves on your opponent's turn. Alright, it can allow you to swap out your spellcasters for something that you might need, which really isn't bad. I mean, this field spell is just feeling a little to me, especially considering that we're also getting Secret Village of the Spellcasters, which can just shut down spell cards all completely, which can really wreck a lot of your opponents. For me, right here, the big card. And this is Awakening of the Possessed. Basically, similar to Dorado, has the same thing with powering up by 300 for each of the attributes you control. So you have this and Dorado on the field. You're going to be getting a lot of attack, about 500 for each different attribute. Making me think, and this is a continuous, this card's first effect can easily be utilized in True Dracos because they do run a lot of different attributes in their deck. So definitely something to consider if you're playing True Dracos. As for the Charmer and Familiar Possessed monsters, protects them from being destroyed by card effects. Alright, Spellcaster monsters with 1850 attack. It's normal special summon until you feel you gain an additional draw to keep your hand presence, which is very awesome. Raigeki is actually very awesome. Great reprint, common reprint also. Spellbook of Knowledge for draw power. Good. Terraforming to get into your field spells, which is actually very good. We also get a Metaverse too to do that. Book of Eclipse, which is a great quick play spell that's to shut down your opponent, especially if they build a big board. Just flip this card when they own the battle phase. They either have to negate it or they get flipped face down themselves, which is just nasty. Twin Twisters to help deal with back row. Dark Roll in the more. This pairs too well with board wipes. So great to see a reprint in this. Possessed partnerships. I'm liking this normal trap right here because you get this special summon another spellcaster monster with 1500 defense from your hand or graveyard, either an attack or face down position. Because a lot of the original Charmers were definitely flip effect monsters, so you get advantage there. But if you have two or more monsters with different attributes, you can also pop cards off your opponent's field. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Target one possessed continuous spell trap card in your graveyard, and then you can place it on your field, which is great because you can actually get unpossessed. Again, Charmer monsters can't be destroyed by battle. Familiar possessed monsters you control attacks an opponent's monster gains 800 attack during the damage calculation. So two very awesome effects for this deck. If this monsters you control destroyed by battle card effect while this card's face up, can special summon one spellcasting monster from with 1500 defense from your deck whose attribute was different from at least one of those destroy monsters' original attributes on the field. Again, you get it in either an attack position or face down defense position. All right. Of course, we have the spiritual arts, special summoning earth monsters from a graveyard. Looking at the opponent's hand, ripping cards out of it, inflicting burn damage, or spinning cards to the top of your opponent's deck, which is all very good. It's just that you got to make sure you have the right monsters on the field to activate them. Dimensional Barrier, pretty cool, because shut down monster effects and stop your opponent from special summon those type of monsters, which is actually pretty cool. It's too bad they never redid this card and put Link monsters in there. Well, I think that would have helped the deck this card out a little bit, make it a little bit more meta relevant, but still, it can have some niche roles. Silent Morning, just great, shut down no monsters. And of course, we have the Familiar Possessed monsters. They can help you get extra drawers. And of course, we have the next Spirit Charmer's quick play spell. Discard one card, and then take 2 cards from your deck with different names from each other that are Charmer monsters. Familiar Possessed monsters and or possessed spells or traps, add one of them to your hand and set the other one. So you can actually get your spells and traps on the field really quickly with this, as well as get a monster to summon. So you can always grab one of the Familiar Possessed monsters here, get it into your hand, get that continuous spell out, summon out the monster, get an additional draw. So this deck is definitely giving me feels of a very consistent deck right out of the box. And I am loving this a lot right now. So definitely this is a structure deck that is worth keeping your eyes on. I don't think it's going to be top tier meta, but it's definitely going to be a strong rogue deck to keep your eyes out on, because 3 copies of this deck can give you a lot of pieces that can do a lot of different things. Alright guys, that is it for my review. Definitely pick this deck up. I know I'll be doing that. If you liked the video, give this a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this on my channel, make sure to subscribe, enable the notifications so you don't miss any uploads. Check out the description box below. Find the links to my affiliates, TCGPlayer.com, as well as SideDeckVersus.com. Great resources for any Yu-Gi-Oh player. Follow me on social media, and if you guys want to help grow my community to greater heights, the invite link to my Discord server is also in the description box. Join the conversation. We'll love to have you. And guys, as always, peace.